Imagine yourself in the heart of the Honduran jungle, where vines intertwine with ancient stone ruins. Here, amid the lush vegetation near the Guatemalan border, stands Copan, one of the most enigmatic cities in human history. Over 1,000 years ago, this Mayan metropolis shone in all its glory. Its monumental pyramids pierced the canopy, its stone sculptures defied time and told epic tales, and its squares bustled with feverish activity. But here lies the mystery that has fascinated archaeologists for centuries. Around 820 AD, this flourishing civilization suddenly collapsed. What really happened?
How could such an advanced society disappear almost overnight?
Thanks to an extraordinary scientific breakthrough, we finally have some answers. Researchers at Trinity College in Dublin have achieved the impossible. They have extracted and analyzed DNA from 7 individuals buried during Copan's golden age. These genetic fragments, veritable time capsules, reveal an astonishing story. Let's go back in time. Around 250 AD, what experts call the classic Maya period began. Copan was then just a small agricultural settlement, but its exceptional geographical position quickly made it a strategic crossroads between Central and South America. The inhabitants grew corn, a grain so sacred that their legends tell how the gods shaped humanity from its kernels. The event that would change everything occurred in 426. A mysterious man named Kinich Yaks Kukmo arrived in Copan. Who was he really? Where did he come from? Ancient inscriptions remain silent about his origins, but his impact was colossal. He founded a dynasty that would rule for nearly 4 centuries, transforming Copan into a jewel of Mayan civilization. Under this royal lineage, the city reached unprecedented heights. Its astronomers mapped the movements of the heavens with astonishing precision, its artists created works of breathtaking beauty, and its merchants wove a trade network stretching from Mexico to present-day Honduras. DNA analysis takes us to the heart of this fascinating society. Among the 7 individuals studied, 2 men tell diametrically opposed stories. The first, whom scientists have named CPM-13, lay in a sumptuous tomb near the Acropolis, surrounded by precious jade and fine ceramics. Clearly a member of the ruling elite. The second, CPM-12, was discovered in a position suggesting a ritual sacrifice, perhaps offered to the gods to seal a crucial political pact. Disturbingly, these 2 men shared the same paternal lineage, marked by the Y chromosome Q1b. This genetic marker, passed down from father to son like an invisible surname, is now widespread among indigenous American populations. However, despite this ancestral link, they were not related in recent times. The other 5 individuals, 3 women and 2 men, reveal remarkable genetic diversity. Their maternal lineages belong to groups A2 and C1, which are widespread throughout the Americas. This diversity suggests that Copan attracted a variety of populations, creating a veritable cultural melting pot. But the most astonishing analysis concerns the origins of this population. By comparing these ancient genomes to a colossal database covering Siberia, North, Central, and South America, researchers discovered extraordinary genetic continuity. The inhabitants of Copan are direct descendants of populations present in the region since the late Archaic period, between 5,600 and 3,700 BCE. This ancestral lineage links the inhabitants of Copan to the first migrants who crossed the Bering Strait more than 15,000 years ago, but also to the 7 million Maya living today in Mexico, Guatemala, Belize, and Honduras. However, Copan was not a closed society. DNA reveals an influx of genetic influences from the Mexican highlands, probably from Oaxaca, home of the Zapotec people. This influence, representing about 6% of the genetic heritage, intensified during the early and Middle Classic periods, between 250 and 550 CE. This discovery corroborates archaeological evidence showing Copan's extensive trade and political ties with cities such as Tikal in Guatemala and Teotihuacan in Mexico. Isotopic analyses of dental enamel confirm that several members of the elite were born elsewhere before settling in Copan. Kinich Yaks Kukma himself was probably one of these foreigners, bringing with him outside influences that enriched the local culture. Using a revolutionary technique called IBD analysis, scientists have reconstructed the demographic evolution of Copan. The population grew dramatically during the Classic period, reaching an effective size of around 19,000 individuals by 730 AD. This population explosion was the result of the expansion of corn agriculture, which made it possible to feed ever larger communities. But this success contained the seeds of disaster. The fertile Copan Valley, entirely dependent on corn, struggled to sustain such a large population. The fields, pushed to their limits, could no longer feed all the inhabitants, from workers to leaders. This agricultural pressure made Köppen terribly vulnerable. Genomic data reveal a sharp population decline beginning in 750 AD, coinciding with the collapse of the political system around 820. But agriculture does not explain everything. Severe droughts, documented between the 9th and 11th centuries, likely devastated corn crops. These environmental stresses, combined with rivalries between Mayan city-states such as Tikal and Calakmul, created an explosive context. Political instability added to the chaos. The Köppen dynasty, faced with fraying alliances and erupting conflicts, gradually lost control. Social tensions escalated, with growing inequalities between the elite living in opulent palaces and the commoners toiling in the fields. The luxurious tomb of CPM 13, overflowing with riches, contrasts dramatically with the modest burials of other individuals, reflecting a society where wealth was unevenly distributed, likely fueling unrest. This groundbreaking research teaches us that the collapse of Köppen was the result of a fatal convergence of factors: population explosion, agricultural pressure, climate disasters, political instability, and social tensions. It is a disturbing lesson that still resonates today, reminding us of the fragility of civilizations in the face of environmental and social challenges. Ancient DNA continues to reveal its secrets, promising new insights into this extraordinary civilization that continues to fascinate us.